Hello class, since we had a snow day today, I made this video to go over everything we would have gone over in class. So the first thing we're going to look at is our syllabus and course calendar. So my name is Miss Morganti and my contact information can be seen below. My office is located in 1064 in the Learning Commons. My office hours are Monday 3:30 to 5, Wednesday 4 to 5:30, and I have online office hours Thursday 10 to 12. Tutoring hours available for clinical math can be seen in the following calendar. My tutoring hours are from 2:30 to 4, and these are all in room 1050 in the Learning Commons. Textbooks you need for this class: you have your e-text in My Math Lab, which you should have all been able to purchase, and then your workbook, and you will also need a calculator. The TI-30 is recommended for this class. You'll not be able to use a graphing calculator or any other programmable calculators, but you will need a scientific calculator. For evaluation, we will have 4 exams, each worth 14%, final exam 14%, weekly quizzes, which will be 18%, and your My Math Lab homework assignments, which will be 12%. And the grading scale can be seen below. Each of the quizzes will test mastery of material covered in the previous class and the concept covered on the pre-lecture video. So next week, we will have a quiz on the pre-lecture video that's on Blackboard and everything we would have learned this week, which I put everything on my Blackboard, the information we would have went over in class and videos going over that. So if you have any questions, please ask me. For policies, attendance policy, the best way to earn a good grade is to attend class, pay attention, complete your homework assignments, and to study your textbooks and notes. Attendance will be taken and lack of attendance will be reported. You guys can read over the academic dishonesty and plagiarism. Student responsibility for missed material. Missed quiz will be dropped. Missed tests can be taken individually prior to the start of next class. If you miss again, the quizzes may not be made up. And missed tests can be taken, but 10% will be deducted. If you have extenuating circumstances, just bring in the required documentation. If you know ahead of time that you'll be missing class, please let me know. A student who's not missed any classes will be allowed to drop his or her lowest quiz grade at the end of the semester. For special accommodations, please contact the ADA coordinator. And that's all for the syllabus. So next we're going to look at the course calendar. So on the left, we have preparation classwork and in-class topics, and then on the right will be your reinforcement and post-class work, which will be our homework. So for this class, we didn't have anything due at the beginning of class. In class, we're going to go over the order of operations, scientific notation, power and roots, and dimensional analysis. So I have videos for all of those online. And you will need to complete your week 1 My Math Lab homework by the beginning of next class. And before next class, you need to fill out your pre-lecture notes. The pre-lecture notes, if you fill them out each week before each test, I will give you some extra credit points. And then you will need to watch the intake and output video, and your quiz 1 will be over those in-class topics and your pre-lecture video, the intake and output video. So all of the information you will need is going to be in learning materials. You should have already read through the introduction module, which tells you how to navigate your site, purchase your calculator, purchase your workbook, and MyMathLab. So we will go back into the learning materials and go into Module 1 for our Week 1. So for each week, I have attached what you should print out and bring to class so you can take notes in class. So this week we have a content guide and our Lecture 1. These videos here will go over those content guides and the lecture, so you can be able to fill those out, and I have the answer key for those down here. I'd encourage you to try to do it yourself before you just look at the answer key. And additional practice can be found here. And your MyMathLab homework, here's instructions on how to do the homework in MyMathLab. And to get to your MyMathLab homework, you're going to look over here on the left, click on MyMathLab links, and your homework can be seen here along with your course home. So if we go back to our learning materials, and down at the bottom you'll find your pre-lecture notes. So these are what you will fill out before class for extra credit. And the intake and output video is at the bottom, and that's what you will have your quiz on along with your Week 1 materials. For the online tutoring hours, you will go to this online classroom. And I will create a session for you guys, and you will just hit join session and you'll be able to go into the online tutoring. I will also be in here during class tonight if you guys have any questions, so you can sign in there. So that's all you need to know going forward. So hopefully I will be able to see you guys next week in class.